about 8 minutes.
The former National Security Advisor, Colonel Sambo Dasuki, retired, enters the Federal High Court, Abuja, dressed in white. On the 6th of April 2017, Colonel Dasuki had been rearraigned before Justice Mohammed on a 7-count charge of unlawful possession of firearms and money laundering. Under a motion dated the 3rd of June 2016, the prosecution applies to have their witnesses protected by giving evidence from behind a screen, arguing on the grounds of natural justice that their identity should not be known to the public, as they are security operatives. The prosecution also highlights that in comparison to their previous application, where they applied for witnesses to be masked, in this instance they were applying for witnesses to be screened. Defense counsel Mr. Raji asked the court to refuse the application, arguing that the prosecution had filed a similar application on the same issue, which had been rejected, and therefore their current application was an abuse of process. Mr. Raji also argued that the current application predates the new charge, and that the ground that the witnesses were at risk of harm was purely speculative. Prosecution counsel responded that there was a clear distinction between screened and masked, and that a similar application dated the 24th of January 2017, referred to by the defense as pending, was in their view withdrawn. Justice Mohammed then adjourned proceedings to the 15th of June to give his ruling on the application. Prosecution counsel clarifies.
Screening is just to have, like you have in court most of the time, when they bring something like you find in the theater and just shut the person out. But the accused person and his lawyers can see, and they can cross-examine him, they can watch his demeanor, they can do all they want to do. So he's not taking away any of their rights.
Whilst defense counsel comments.
You see, in law, if you have option of asking for 3 things and you go to court and ask for 2, you are deemed to have waived the 1. You can't harass your opponent instrumentally. And besides, it's just splitting here is the same. Screening and masking. What is the purpose? To prevent the witness from being viewed.
Justice Mohammed's upcoming ruling will determine how evidence is given in this trial, and it will also shed light on the screen versus mask debate. Yemisi Upaya, Channels Television News.